Hi, this is Creston. Giovanni actually emailed me a couple hours ago asking me to do a quick intervention here on the concept of failure that has to do with the seminar you're involved in at GCAS in Berlin. And so I'm coming to you from my Brooklyn apartment and where it's hot and humid. But I did want to sort of do a quick intervention in the sense that precisely with the questions that this course, this seminar, this experience, this experiment is attempting to uncover, to call into question the official ways in which art is not just produced, but how it's displayed and how it becomes official versus other forms of art that might upset, disrupt, and call into question that structure of how something becomes official to begin with. The question at stake here, of course, is the question having to do, and it's like what Lenin asked, what is to be done? What is art to do for us today? Especially how it relates to the question of the squatting, the concept of squat. Of course, Native American women giving birth squatted. The very funk of life begins in the squat, not just squatting physically, but squatting in a biological sense, but squatting metaphorically and in the practice of overtaking the official space, reclaiming what is not official, and reclaiming it for the end goal of claiming a new horizon of meaning, a new politics that's formed. And of course, the question of failure comes to mind here too. Failure as inevitable, given the structure of how the world is functioning, by which something becomes official versus something else. I mean, I'm reminded of the James Bond films, where you have, of course, James Bond juxtaposed with the evil villain. And what do you see when you enter into the evil villain's cave underneath the mountain, and his disguise is to ultimately overtake the world that James Bond's trying to neutralize? You see the modes of production. You see you're very much keen on going through different new inventions by which this evil villain will overtake the world. And we see modes of production. What squatting does is it configures in real ways modes of production, calls them into question. How is it that a space is occupied? A space is occupied and configured by rules of personal private property, and how do human beings relate to that? How do we get configured within that private space when in fact the world is not private at all on an ontological level? So this relationship between modes of production, the creation of something official, in relationship to art calling into question, what is art? What is official? And inevitably this leads to failure. The failure of the mode of production that creates the official to begin with. Precisely, it might be the case, precisely because art calls into question the modes of production that make what is official, official, that makes property private, that reinvents reality in a way that circumscribes a politics of oppression. Perhaps it's the case, in the end of the day, that what seems to fail actually is not failure in itself, but calls into question the mode by which failure happens in the first place, the framework of private property, the framework of the official, the framework of art as such. So that's what I have to say, and I thank you for your time. I hope I didn't bore the hell out of you. This is an official video coming to you from Creston Davis. I authorize this video, by the way. Okay, just don't edit it. It's the official version. Thanks very much, and enjoy your time in Berlin.